Hi everyone, this is Karen, and today I'm going to make a review about the Little Tikes Cook and Learn Smart Kitchen. So this is how it looks like. So there's the top part, and let me try and move back so you can see the bottom part too. So pardon the mess there. Okay, so it comes in this big box here. And I got mine from Target, and day after Christmas it was on sale for like $70 or something. It was on clearance, I should say. So when you open the box, you get this instruction here, this book, and you have this one here for when you download the app, because this comes with an app. And these are the things that go with it. So you have your 2 pink plates and 2 orange plates. You have your pan. You have your salt and pepper, 2 cups. There's your pot with a lid. And you have your tongs, your cutting knife. This one's your spatula. And you have 2 of each, fork and spoon and a knife. And this one is like a holder that you hang in there. So there's 2 of them, so you can see that I left one over there. And then there's another one too. So there's 2 of these things where you can hang like the knife, like this. And then you have your apple pie, so this little piece is always off. And then it's your pizza, and there's your piece of cheese, and there's your egg with the bacon, and your vegetables, broccoli, carrots, corn. And then this actually comes apart, but I taped them together because it's hard to keep them together. They always slide off. So there's your top bun, your bottom bun, and there's your hamburger. And then you get 2 of these green apples. And they actually go onto this planner here. See, there's a hole in there and you can stick it in there. And then there's 2 tomatoes. So there's this 1 tomato, I took it out. And if you can see, this one's hanging in there. So this round thing goes in the hole in the tomato. So you have these 2 planters, and then this one goes for your vegetables. It's supposed to be teaching kids about growing their own stuff. So let me just get that out. And this thing comes off, so that's where it goes. So you just hang it in there. Okay, and just a closer view. So this is the chopping board. This is where your tablet goes. This is your sink, and there's the thing that you turn it on and off. And there's your burner, and there's your knob to turn it on and off, and this one's for the Wi-Fi. And then this one here is the knob for the oven, but that doesn't actually make a sound. This one does make a sound, and so does this one, and I can show you later. And this one's supposed to be the oven. So if you open it up, there's a part here that lights up when this thing is turned on. And then on this side is the refrigerator. So this is supposed to be the ice dispenser, and there's the refrigerator. So when you assemble this, it's not actually that hard to put it together. I mean, it didn't take me like an hour. Probably I should say less than an hour. And if you have an electric drill that can help you screw things on, that will actually make it be faster. I just had to do mine manually, and I don't have a lot of arm strength, so that took me a while. But it was pretty easy to put together, I should say. So when you open the instruction booklet here, so it tells you the parts you need, the screws that they have, the parts that you have, and the accessories. And these things here tell you which ones have an RFID chip. So like this one has one, this one too. So if you look at the directions, the ones with the black have an RFID chip. And so when your child is playing with it and it's turned on with the app, it actually senses the RFID there and makes the app interactive. And of course you have to put some decals like this one here, the one on the wall, stove, and of course for your oven. And you will need 4 AA batteries. And they go on this spot over here. So you need to screw it in so the batteries don't come out and your kids don't actually accidentally play with it. Okay. And then the directions are pretty much in here, step by step, the kind of screws that you need. It's all here. And like I said, it's actually easy to put together. I think the part that was the trickiest for me was this one here, because I couldn't tell which part should I put in, because they kind of look the same, and there's a part that says it's supposed to be magnetic. So this was the tricky part for me. And when you put the like the back part of the sink here, this one has to stick out because this also interacts with this one here. So when your kids are playing with the oven, it actually tells the app that the oven is open or closed, and the light turns on. So that was the tricky part for me. So going back here, so it tells you the directions, etc., etc. Okay. And when everything is set up, the next part would be to download the app. And the directions are right over here. So let me just open it up. So you are supposed to download the app. And so what I did, since I have an iPad, I think I went to the Google store and I downloaded it. So this one here actually adjusts, so you can pull it up and down. Okay. Okay. Let me just close that one. So when you turn it on, make sure you download the app over here. And when you download it, it says Cook and Learn. You need to make sure you update your app, because when you download, it's not updated. It actually says here on the directions, number 3, update the firmware on your new kitchen. And that's very important. And so this is the off and on button. So you just turn it on. So I'll show you, this one makes noise. And you turn it on, there's the water flowing. And this one, when you turn it on, so there's the burner working. And when you open this up, you hear that noise, and I don't know if you guys can see it clearly, the light turns on. And then when you close it, it makes that noise too. And then this is for the Wi-Fi, so you need to make sure the Wi-Fi is on. So now it's green, it's on. And then you press this one to load it. So now that part says that it's connecting your Wi-Fi.
Pick what you love to play. There's free play, games, recipes, music.
Alright, so these are your options. So let me just show you how this works here. So if you put this one over here.
Pick what you love to play.
Okay. So this is free play, and I have here my Apple. I put it in there, and because it has an RFID chip, it knows that there's an Apple there, so it's kind of like interactive. And then let me grab my knife over here. And this is hard to do with just one hand, so bear with me. So I'm like slicing it. Whoops! So, see, when it's off, it doesn't sense the chip. So there. And then if I get my pot, it actually recognizes the pot Just grab it here from the floor. Okay, if you take that off, not there. Okay, because the pot also has a chip. And if I grab my pan, it also knows that the pan is right there. And then if I turn this on, so the thing there turns red because I turned the burner on. I turn it off. Alright, now it's off. And if I put the pizza,
I love pizza.
so it also knows that there's a pizza on there. And if I put this one here,
A chicken lays eggs.
again it has an RFID chip. Let's see, broccoli.
Broccoli is a green vegetable that has a stem.
Okay. And carrot.
The carrot is an orange vegetable.
Well, the thing is, you can't cut this. I wish it was something that you could cut. And let's see, tomato. Sometimes it does that. Like, hey.
Tomato.
I don't think it sends the RFID chip. Let's see, let's put the senses the pot there. Okay, now let's say that I'm gonna put something in the oven, so let me grab my plate.
Pizza.
So it knows there's a pizza there.
Pop it in the oven.
See, now I opened it up, so it knows that the oven is open. And then I'll close it.
The oven's hot.
So it also knows that the oven's been shut and you're pretending to bake something. Now it's open again.
Pizza.
Now it's back over there.
Shut the door.
Alright, let me put this away. Let me go back to home. So that was free play. Next we have games.
Pick a mode.
So for games you have two
Toddler or
choices.
preschool.
Toddler or preschool one. I always choose toddler for my
Toddler
son.
mode. Pick what you like to play.
So this is the guess which food it
What's the
is.
food I'm thinking of and place it here. Ready, set,
So you're supposed
go.
to put it
Find
here.
the vegetable that popcorn is made from.
Okay, let's see. So corn.
Corn. Great job. The popcorn is made from corn.
Okay.
Find
Let's
a
see.
fruit that has seeds inside.
Let's see what happens if I put a broccoli.
Try again.
So
Find
it says
a fruit
try
that
again.
has seeds inside. Try again. Here's a hint. Find a fruit that has seeds inside.
Okay, let me find the apple then. Oops, let me try to close it with just one hand.
Apple. You got it. Inside an apple, you'll find seeds. That's how you know it's a fruit. Find a green vegetable that has a stem. Try again. Find a green vegetable that has a stem.
Alright, it's a broccoli.
Broccoli. Great job.
Okay.
Broccoli is a green. Pick what you like
Let me
to
go
play.
back to games and let's pick the other game.
Pick what you like to
Spot
play.
what's missing.
Spot things that are in this picture, but missing in this picture. Spot what's missing and place it here. Ready, set, go.
Alright, so let me go find the... See, sometimes it does this, like it doesn't sense it. I'm sure this is the part that's frustrating.
Spot what's missing. Place it on the cutting board. Here's a hint.
I wonder if it's because it can't read that chip. Nope, still won't read it. Huh. That's annoying. Alright. Nope. Let me try this one then. Whoops. Still not.
Tomato. Awesome.
Finally. So that's the part that could be frustrating for
Ready,
kids.
set, go.
Alright. Okay, let's see if the broccoli works right away.
Broccoli. Awesome. Ready,
Alright.
set,
Now
go.
let's try. So that was
Pick what you'd
games.
like to play.
Now music.
Pick a song.
So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 songs.
The farmer plants some seeds.
So the songs are pretty easy to remember. My son's been singing to them.
The farmer plants some seeds. Hi-ho, the dairy-o. The farmer plants some seeds. The seeds grow into food. The seeds grow into food. Hi-ho, the dairy-o. The seeds grow into food. The food goes on our plate. The food goes on our plate. Hi-ho, the dairy-o. The food goes on our plate. And now our song is done. And now our song is done. Hi-ho, the dairy-o. And now our song is done. I love to eat cheese.
Alright, let's go back to home.
Pick what you
So
like
this
to
was
play.
recipes.
Pick a
So they have
recipe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 recipes to choose from. So let's say I'm gonna pick the soup.
Let's make vegetable soup.
So it's gonna tell you what you're gonna get.
Find the carrot. Place it on the cutting board.
So normally the carrot belongs here because that's where you're going to be growing things. So let me put it here.
Find the
Then it senses it. Now you're supposed to wash it, so let's put it in the sink and let's turn the water on. Now let's turn it off.
cook it in the pot.
Okay, so we need to go get our pot and put it in. Turn it on.
You've earned a sticker.
So every time
Pick
your
one and put
child
it on the board.
is able to follow through on what they ask you to do, they get a sticker.
You earned a brand new trophy.
And then you get a trophy, I think, after like 5 stickers or something.
Pick a recipe.
So that was recipes.
Pick what you like to play.
And if you don't want that background music playing, you just press on
Recipes.
that,
Music.
and then the music stops playing. So basically that's what makes it interactive. So, things that I didn't like about it. Well,
Pick what you'd like to play.
okay.
There's free play,
Let me
games,
turn that off.
recipes.
So what I didn't like is that my son tried to put like different things on here, and you know, after a while they like slide off and just fall off. And that was like really annoying. Like putting something here or here and here, and things would just slide off. So that was annoying for me because it was like, you know, making a lot of noise. So what I did was I just put some little organizer here so he knows where to put some of this stuff. And the corn here goes into this planter here. And same thing with the broccoli. So you stick it on there. And where was the other? Oh yeah, there you go. And the corn, the carrot goes on here too. And of course the fruit. So like what I said, you could just stick it in the hole there and then it basically holds it. Right now it's hard to do with just one hand, but you could do that. And then I just got like a little bin for him to put everything else, so they're not like falling off. And like I said, I just taped the hamburger together because they kept on sliding off, and that was just annoying after a while. But so the spoons and the forks, they go in here, and then you hang them here. Again, harder to do with just one hand, so let me just stick it on there for now, and I think it's easier to do now. There he goes. And this one here, I usually put it back. There you go. I hung it in there. And again, this one here, just hang it. Now it's easier to put. Of course, the Wi-Fi is working, so make sure you turn it off so it doesn't drain your battery. I've only put the batteries in, and so far I haven't had needed to change them, so that's good. And then I just put my plates here, and my cups are over here, so they're organized. Salt and pepper. And the knife, I hang it in here. So it's really up to you how you want to organize, and pot goes here. The rest of the small stuff, I just put it like in a small bin over here. Just so, you know, it holds everything there together. Okay. And I just organize plates here. Pan there, and I'm gonna hang up the rest of this stuff later, and I just put the spatula here out back. And that's it. This is Little Tikes kitchen, which I got for my son, and he seems to be loving it. He likes playing with the songs. If he gets tired, he just does free play on his own. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. It's my very first video. Thanks, and have a nice day. Bye.